Good morning, Oviedo. I'm Blair.
And I'm Brooke. It's day 4 of Spirit Week, Meme Day, which is definitely the day many of us have been looking forward to the most. Look for some coverage on tomorrow's show.
And Brooke, it's a big day for you because you're turning 17 today.
But we can't celebrate yet because we have a show to get started. Coming up on today's show,
Aaron visits the Sanford Airport's Aviation and Aerospace event.
we highlight a course opportunity for next year.
Nevada has highlights from girls basketball.
And Tyler transports us to a world of fun with the Dungeons & Dragons Club.
Let's get the show started with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hey Oviedo, I'm Rebecca. Earlier this week, we asked what career fields you guys are most interested in. Here are some of your responses. Nat says she is most interested in marine and coastal biology. She's adored the ocean ever since she was little, and SeaWorld was always a fun visit. Micah says she's interested in filmmaking. She particularly wants to learn effects for music videos and movies. And Bryson from across town at Haggerty weighed in saying he wants to be a reporter or YouTuber because of his experience in his journalism classes. Thank you for your replies. Tune in next week for another question. Let's get back to the show.
For some high schoolers, there may be a great deal of stress surrounding the decision of choosing a career path.
Luckily, there are programs and events that give students a chance to explore different options.
This past weekend, Seminole County Public Schools partnered with the Sanford Airport for an Aviation and Aerospace Day, where various roles of the aviation industry were on display.
Reporter Aaron Daugherty takes us to the tarmac of Sanford Airport, where engines roared and crowds swooned.
Jumbo jetliners, roaring choppers, and sky-high thrills were all on display at the Sanford Airport's Aviation Day event this past weekend.
What started the event was a partnership that we began with Seminole County Public Schools and Seminole State to introduce aviation careers to the local community. And out of that came the idea of having an Aviation Day.
Now in its second year, Aviation Day aims to expose opportunities that otherwise may go unnoticed to students.
So the goal of today is to really show students all the options within the industry because there's lots of demand within our industry. Also, we're showcasing our Seminole County Public School programs, our magnets and programs of emphasis that have choice options for students to get involved in some of these career paths.
There is every imaginable career opportunity available through aviation, working within finance and with HR. And then we have the air traffic control towers who guide the aircraft in. So it's really about educating the students as well as their parents about what opportunities there are for their kids in going forward with careers.
Organizers held back on last year's event as they tested out what they wanted to do. However, this year it seemed like the sky was the limit.
So this year we definitely expanded the surface area of the event, so we got a lot bigger, a lot more spread out. There's quite a few more airplanes. We have about 14 airplanes this year and about 4 to 5 helicopters. And behind me you see a A340, that's brand new this year, this nice big plane. And of course we had our aerobatics again, which is huge.
Many of you have flown in the past, perhaps more frequently than others, but for some attendees at the air show, this is their first experience with an aircraft.
Neither one of my children have been on an airplane before, so I kind of wanted to get them to see the inside of it, especially the small private planes as well. It was huge because my kids at least got over that fear. You can see them in the sky, you see them far away, but when they're close up, they're actually spectacular.
Students under 18 even had the opportunity to enter a raffle to fly on a small engine plane for free. One 8th grader at Millie Middle School recalled lessons she learned in the class during her flight.
I saw him doing that I had learned about when I was taking the class about aeronautical engineering was when the plane lands, the spoilers come out and they increase drag and then they spoil lift, and that helps the plane land smoother. And it was really cool to actually see them come up.
We were able to see some women's aviation booths, and I have a 13-year-old daughter that she's interested in that as well. It's very good to learn all the different options there is. It's just not flying. It's so many different fields as well.
For Roar TV, I'm Erin Doherty.
Seniors, Grad Bash tickets are available before or after school in Miss Coomer's room 1-207. Tickets are $100.
Attention seniors, Decision Day at Seminole State College will be held on February 15th. Spend the day with your friends and learn everything you need to know about Seminole State. Transportation and lunch will be provided. You'll even have the chance to win some great prizes. Permission slips are due to Miss Washington in the guidance office by Wednesday, February 6th. Sign up to attend at seminolestate.edu/decisionday.
NHS new member applications are due no later than February 7th at 2:30.
Course registration is underway, and many of you may be uncertain as to which courses you're most interested in.
But what you may not realize is that not every course requires you to be the pupil.
In fact, one offering allows you to be an instructor to others in situations where another instructor is needed most.
PIT Crew, which stands for Peer Inclusion Team, allows you to provide support to fellow students in need.
PIT Crew is an extra class that many students can take. It's for helping the kids that need help the most, but it also helps them with other things like social interaction that they don't normally get in their other classes. What we do is that we help how many students that we have, and we make sure they get their work done, that they're on task, and that they are following all the directions that they need to do for that class period.
The PIT Crew addition to the campus this year has been wonderful. I've had 2 members in my classroom. They help me with several learning group activities. Yaya is one of my PIT Crew members, and she helps the kids every day know what they need to do when they get into class. She files important paperwork that I need to be filed. Student records she helps keep track of, helps me keep data. She's a great benefit in our math stations, which they're doing now. We calculate money so the students can learn further independence after high school. And it helps to have their peer there because they feel like they can relate on a social level, but then they also get the academic help needed from their PIT Crew member.
I have English for my PIT Crew class, and the kids that I work with, they get other assignments than other kids get, so we would come together in a small group and we would do their work together, and if they have questions, I just explain everything that they need to have explained. Kids should take this class because not only does it help them, but also helps yourself become like a better person. Really just, it helps you find out like who you are and how you could take care of other people.
The most recent edition of the Oviedo Winter Springs magazine even had their cover story featuring PIT Crew. If you're interested in becoming a part of PIT, you can get an application in the front office or see Miss Adams with questions.
Boys and girls soccer are deep into the district tournament, and one team is on its way to states this morning.
Nevada Colon has more in this morning's O-Town Sports Report.
Good morning, Oviedo. I'm Nevada, here with your O-Town Sports Break. On Tuesday, girls varsity soccer defeated Hagerty 7-0 to advance to the district final, which will be played at Lake Mary tomorrow night. Reza Lugo and Avery Nowak each had 2 goals for the team. Boys basketball beat University Orange City 67-31. Aiden Knight led the team with 18 points, and Mamouche Galloway and James Grutch each added 11. They're on the road tomorrow night against Lake Mary. On Tuesday night, girls basketball went on the road to take on a Lake Howell team that was on a 9-game win streak. We were there for the highlights.
The Oviedo Lions faced off against the Lake Howell Silverhawks on Tuesday night. Oviedo started off the game roughly, turning the ball over several times, which would eventually lead to early and easy inside scores for the Silverhawks. Free throws from the Lions would help them stay in the game, but the Hawks were too hard to handle, making baskets from all over the floor, which would eventually put them up at halftime, 23-21. Oviedo came out of the half with Alyssa Doyle scoring from all over the floor, but the Hawks were able to keep themselves in the game, creating shots that would put them up in the fourth. Oviedo, who was down by 3, made 2 free throws, which cut the lead to 1. A confusing sequence ensued, in which coaches and players screamed for a timeout. Lake Howell took advantage and got an easy layup, putting them up by 3. And with seconds left, Oviedo took a last chance 3, but missed it. giving the Hawks the win, 59-56.
Unfortunately, girls basketball added a second loss this week as they fell to Hagerty 67-50 last night. They'll be looking to catch the rebound and close out the regular season with an 18-5 record tomorrow as they host Titusville. It'll be senior night, so come out and support. Boys soccer closed out their season in the district semifinals in a 9-1 loss to Lake Mary. Yvonne Del Barco scored the lone goal for the team as they finished with a 10-5-3 record. Finally, boys weightlifting competes at home against Hagerty at 4 p.m. today. Wish them luck. That's all I have for you today. Now back to the show.
Finally, today, we all have our hobbies and interests. Sometimes they might give us an opportunity for solitude, and other times they might introduce us to new people.
Last month, a new club started here at Oviedo, allowing students to come together and play a well-known game. But the turnout surprised even the most optimistic members.
Tyler Crush gets into character with a group that creates fantasy worlds of their own imagination.
Dungeons & Dragons is a role-playing game that acts as a creative outlet for some and a bonding experience for most.
Well, the club's really about having a great time and having a nice bonding experience among friends. Basically, what we do is we role play as characters, and we go about as if we were those characters. Sometimes it engages combat, sometimes it's just negotiating with the merchant and fun. It's just a lot of fun.
Oh, I love the aspect of creating a character because, like I said, I love to write books. And I feel like making a character is probably the best part of writing a book, and it's the same thing with D&D because when you interact with all the people in your party, it really feels like you are the character, and it's really helped a lot. Like, for example, like I cannot really talk to people too well, but I'm playing a character with a very high charisma level. So I get to be someone who's fun and charismatic, and I feel like I'm not that in real life. And so it makes me feel like I could be someone more than who I am.
It's really fun to play, and it's not as nerdy as it seems. Like, it's more of building a character and creating a story and connecting as a team and like trying to figure out problems. It's more of like a team building thing than like I don't know much about any of the like monsters and stuff, but I still have a lot of fun. I learn new things.
Dungeons & Dragons is your true self, expressing yourself in a different form in order to really find something more about yourself as a person.
Club organizers only expected a handful of participants, but the turnout was much greater than they thought.
We just thought it would be cool if we could get some more people involved who can't join our group outside of school, and so that we could get everyone in my personal friend group to just run their own session. We could have a large group of people play together. We were expecting at most 15 because that's how many signed up originally when we were planning to get the club started. And then first meeting, we had over 50 people show up. And that was during the week of showcase when 50 plus more so people said that they also wanted to join. So in total, we have a little bit over 100 confirmed members.
I learned about Dungeons & Dragons by playing Magic the Gathering with my friends, and they told me about this, and I was like, that's a cool thing. Maybe I should try it. And then I'm in GSA, and I heard that Sky was starting a club, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Maybe I should check it out, and I did.
I'm Tyler from Roar TV.
That's it from us today. Remember, tomorrow is Pep Rally Day, so be aware of the short bell schedule.
And on tomorrow's broadcast, we will bring you highlights from girls basketball and an interview with a member of the girls soccer team as they look forward to the district championship. Have a great day, Oviedo.